Hi, Joe Cerrone. We're going to go through machine startup on the Haas mini mill. Go ahead and power it up. Machine will go through a power on self-test. Once the machine has powered on, he will release the emergency stop and then open the door and close the door. And then he will set the reset key. And let me show that again on the other camera. So the reset key is located go ahead, hit the reset key. And so he hits the reset key twice. And all that's going to do is basically go through and reset the axis. Now he's going to power and zero those other axes up. And I'm going to switch the camera again with the power up restart. And then if we take a look inside the machine, it's going to change tool number 1. And that's our power on. Back to the control, you can see that in the control there is no error messages. In the top left, it's got the program that's currently in the control. We have our active codes, we have our active tool, and we have our work sets, spindle positioning, and timers. Okay, so back to the control. He's going to use MDI to handle jog the tool. And this is the fastest speed to the right. And he's going to turn the handle and jog the edge finder. So if we switch over to a camera view of the machine, now I think we ought to do a tool change to the edge finder. So go ahead and, I won't record the keystrokes, but you can just do an M6T. I'm not sure what the tool number is for the edge finder, but so we've loaded an edge finder. And what he's going to do is he's going to start the spindle and then set up the offsets. And we're going to pick up the center of the block. So that's spindle on, M3, with the spindle speed of about 5 to 800. Jogs the machine over in the x-axis. Y-axis. And then down and C. And what he's going to do is he's going to touch off on one side and then check the values in the computer screen. So he's touched off. I'm going to switch over to the keypad. And so you can see right now the operator X, G44, and machine positions. Now he's switched over to the offset page. And he's going to set up the G54 value. And so he's reading a value of minus 6.128. All right, and then I'll switch back over to the other. Okay, we're on the computers. It says part 0 set. And then the value will be updated in the screen. So where was that? Right there. Okay. And now, are you going to add 1.5 to that? Plus the. So he's going to add 1.5 because it's a 3 by 3 inch block, and 0.1 for the diameter or for the radius of the edge finder, because we want to program to the center of the tool. So he enters those values, and then the number adjusts accordingly. Now he's going to pick up the Y values. So I'm going to switch over. It's going to handle jog. To the Y-axis. Y-axis being the top and bottom of the part. And he'll bring that to the part until it runs true. And it's important to step down the speed or the handle jog as you get close. These are very high precision machines, and you should be moving at 1 to 2 thousandths when you pick up the edge finder. So once he has that running true, we're going to switch over to the keypad. On the keypad, he's going to select offset. And if I switch over to the screen, he's going to go to the Y-axis by toggling the arrow right. And he's going to then go to part 0 set. That will update the information in the control. It says minus 9.25, excuse me, minus 6.819. And then he's going to add 1.5 plus the radius of the tool, 1.6 to that. And you can see that that value has now been decremented. So that's how to set up the G54. Next thing we're going to do is to change tools and to pick up the G43. Change tools, he's going to do M6T. I'm not sure which tool. If you have a center drill in there, let's go and do that. So MDI. He erases the program that's in there just to make sure that the machine doesn't do anything we don't want it to. T1, M6, execute. And then if we switch over to our machine, here we have an edge find, excuse me, we have a center drill. And what he's going to do is he's going to bring that down in the Z-axis to the top of the part. He's using handle jog and then toggling between the X and Y axes, bringing it down in Z to the top of the part. And a lot of the guys are old school. They'll just put a piece of paper. Piece of paper is about 0.003 thick. And what he'll do is he'll bring the paper in between the cutting tool and the part and wiggle it until the tool touches the paper and he can't wiggle it. So there he's at the top of the part. And then I'm going to switch over to the screen. and he's going to go and select tool offset measure. Go ahead, do it. And then after he's invoked the tool offset measure, can you show where that is on the screen? In the geometry offset for tool number 1 is now recorded the length of the tool. So that's basically our setup. We're ready to program. In our next video, we'll go through how to download the program to the control and to run it in single block mode. Francis, anything else we want to cover maybe before we end the video? Alrighty, so that ends this video, and we'll post this and leave it.